Hey guys, it's Killer Gazebo. I've been running my party through Ghosts of Saltmarsh over Tabletop Simulator for about 2 months now. I've done all sorts of crazy stuff using the One World mod by Tattletale, and I wanted to show off what I've done in the hope that it could be helpful for other DMs out there who are looking to start a game over TTS. So this is my table. I've got my DM screen over here. All of this stuff is hidden from my players. I've got quick reference rules here. Each of my players has a model of their character set up as a trophy where they sit. Um, Most of these were made on HeroForge.com, and they look just wonderful. Love his little chef's hat. This one over here is a little special. This was a special order to have a figure that looked a little more uh, like this bit of concept art right here. I found a figure online, a STL file for 3D printing called by Manuel Boria on myminifactory.com, and I took that into Blender and I painted it. And I added an emission layer for this star map that's on the character's shell, and I took all that and put it into Blender and exported it as an asset bundle to bring in, and I'm quite happy with it. Here's the regular sized figure right here. This right here, as you may have noticed, this is an animated cover screen. I found this on Reddit. The user name was Pajam, and this is just to be flashy. The whole point of this main menu, in fact, is just to hold all of my links in my One World table. So, um, here's some concept up art of Saltmarsh, and when I click build, this is what I used for my session 0 to introduce the party to Saltmarsh. Here's a map that I made to be more easily read than the one in the book. Here's two other maps that show the region surrounding Saltmarsh and the larger region of southern Keoland and the Hold of the Sea Princes. Here's some heraldry of some factions. A screen capture of the original manual for the Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh. Here's some artwork, and here's some basic rules, a player's guide to Saltmarsh, rules on downtime activities, rules on the specific backgrounds that were added in Saltmarsh, and rules on how ships work in combat. I wanted to emphasize these things so my players could get a chance to familiarize with themselves with it and design characters that would fit the setting. And here's a bunch of collectible cards. I made these myself using art I found online. I made them in Photoshop. And these are just meant to represent the characters. Here's the town council. Here's another few characters from Saltmarsh. And here's 3 of the most evil pirates on the Azure Sea. So when my party first came to Saltmarsh, I greeted them with this. This is a map. Again, I found on Reddit. I'm afraid I've forgotten the name of the user, but there it is loaded. Looks even better at night. I'm going to go over and use Lightsaver here, take it down to my custom spooky setting. Oh yeah, look at that. So this was the first thing I showed off to my party to show what you can accomplish with one world. One of my characters, this barbarian chef over here, he owns his own fish stall. So I put that right down by the market, and they've got you've got Prime Water Mansion and the Council Hall. Just got everything. Um, Here's the Sharkfin Bridge. And more than that, I've set things up so that all of these link to interior maps of every building on there. And not just every building on that 3D map, but I actually have the entire map of Saltmarsh and almost every building in here. I have uh, specific battle maps for. And this is great. I try to give my party a lot of time spent in downtime between adventures to explore Saltmarsh and to go wherever they want to do downtime activities, work on side quests. It's really great. Get a chance to spend some of that hard-earned loot. So I found all of those maps. There's the basement. I found all of those maps on Reddit as well. I'd like to, in the future, go through and put down tokens for NPCs who are in all those buildings, and at that point, this would really just be like a computer RPG, which, that's the dream. So, let's see, what else do I have? Uh, I've got the first uh, mission in the book, the Haunted Mansion. Here's just some artwork from the book that I used as the table for it. But this I found on the workshop. This is a faithful 3D recreation of the Haunted Mansion. You can use the move tool to easily slide things back. Here's the upper floor. Here's the lower floor. We've got the basement, and there's the body in the basement. And hopefully this isn't too obvious, but this is the secret door. And this was really great. My party had a blast just working through there, and to make things even more exciting, I've used these uh, light spheres over here to do something really special. So these are also a mod on the workshop, light spheres. So these light spheres let you use realistic dynamic lighting on your characters. That was really appreciated, very impressive. Um, it's all estimated. In D&D, there's specific rules for how far the light goes and how far the dim light goes, and this approximates that more or less. So they were able to walk around here, and it helped keep track of when things were in light and when things were dim. And under here, we've got the secret cave complex with the smugglers. So this was their first few sessions, was just making it through the haunted house. And that was really fun. And then they came back to Saltmarsh, and now they are headed. Still have the. You gotta watch it. These are tricky. They like to, you can just delete them and they'll come back. I'll just build to prove it. Build, everything's back, good as new. You clear that again. So in the next session, they will be heading to go intercept the Sea Ghost, the ship controlled by those smugglers. And I've prepared something very special for them. They haven't seen this yet. This is, if it loads, here we go. This is the Sea Ghost. And let's turn the lights back up, get a good look at this. This is as close as I could get it to the exact size and shape of the ship from the book. You'll see we've got the tiller here. This I modeled myself. This was all done in Blender. The assets that you see on here, like this this boat here and the doors and a handful of other things, those were found on the workshop. But I had to model the ship itself and the railings and the tiller and the ladder and the sail, and it was quite the ordeal. But I'm hoping that it's going to be well worth it. This is, of course, separated. Each piece comes apart just like the haunted house, and we can see below decks. And I've put all of the furniture here. Here's the wizard's room with his table, and here's where the lizard folk are and their hammocks. I haven't put the figures in yet. I'm going to do that before the session starts. But here we've got the hold, and we've got all of the stuff that they have in the hold. Back here's the secret compartment, and in there is a sea elf. If you've read the adventure, you'll know. And under here we've got the bilges, which are pretty boring. There's not much down there, but very happy with that. Looking forward to showing that off come this next Games Day. It's a little tricky to deal with. I don't know what the best practices are. This is the first map I've made from scratch for Tabletop Simulator, but I'm very happy with it. And this one is available on the workshop from Killer Gazebo's maps. It's called the Sea Ghost for one world, and you should be able to find it. Very happy with that. Very happy with how it turned out, and I just know my party's going to go wild when they see it. So, that just about concludes showing off everything that I've made. I'll probably make more videos that show off things that I make in future. And I hope this has been helpful for everyone. So, thank you, and take care.